sensitive, very into it, I guess, and there's not real. I guess I really have a hard time. I guess I really don't have much of a high standard.
I like that metaphor a lot, the Samsung. Do you use that more than once?
I have used it before. When I was doing a public speaking class back in my first semester of college, I actually did a speech on, trying to explain what does it mean to have do things differently compared to others. Like I like to follow a certain type of routine in order to get me through the day, like a lot of people on the spectrum do. It's like the morning run, have breakfast, and I go off to my classes, and if my classes start later, like the mid-morning, I usually do some reading for classes, and if I do have breaks in between my other classes, I like to do a reading for my other classes. And even on Thursdays, what I've done is I've had dinner after my woman disability class. Then I would go back to my resident floor lounge to get a head start of reading for the weekend.
You would say you're a pretty hard worker?
I guess I would say that. I mean, they gotta be done. They gotta be done, and that means sacrificing a lot of my weekend. Then I'm willing to make that. Although I made sure to make time to watch, whether it was my favorite British shows, Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway, or Britain's Got Talent.
Always make time for Netflix.
Actually, I watch them live from my tablet. It's for this website called Film On, and then I have this app called Tunnel Bear, which allows me to look through the internet as though I'm in England. So by putting those two together, I could watch Saturday Night Takeaway and Britain's Got Talent live from my tablet. Though it's a little bit difficult lately since they put in this thing where I only am allowed like 2 minutes of free screen time before I have to reload. Something about their new policy. I just got to figure out something before Saturday Night Takeaway starts back in February. That's the problem with that show. It only lasts 7 Saturdays in the year, and it's such an amazing show.
Okay, sign up that one. Okay, flip to the next one that we haven't done yet. Okay, hold on, let me get it. A little bit, okay. Hold it for a couple more seconds. Okay, you can put down.
What's my biggest pet peeve? Well, I like to think really one of my biggest pet peeves is when I see people either skateboarding or bicycling or scooting, whatever, without a helmet. And I'm like, it's the law, you have to wear a helmet. And if it was a law, it's the principle of it. You might get hurt, and then without a helmet, you would get brain damage. And I'm like, wear a damn helmet.
Okay, sign that one.
Pardon my language, too.
It's okay, you can curse if you want. Okay, hang on. Oops. How do people react? Okay, good.
How do people react when they find out I have a disability? Well, I don't think they react really that much. Like, it's not overly dramatic and gratuitous. But I think that they'll probably thinking, oh, she has autism and she's like so articulate. Like, how does that work? Because it seems like people when it comes to the media, they are more focused on the more severely autistic characteristics, like lack of eye contact, not exactly responding late, and that much, and they don't like loud noises, which actually I don't really like loud noises to begin with. So I get really annoyed whenever I hear like fire trucks or ambulances going by, even though I know that's just their job. It's just what they have to do when there's an emergency.
Do you think people have ever treated you differently, or have you had to overcome other challenges based on people knowing that you have a disability?
I don't think I've directly had to, but I guess maybe since I am disabled and I'm going to such a high-profile school, I have to prove to myself and others that even though I do have a disability, I can still be an intellectual and still be so insightful about certain types of those certain types of things that we go over in the class. So there is that sort of thing I do.
Yeah, I was asking, you told me about some of the accommodations that they made for you. Do you want to talk about those at all?
Oh yeah, I usually when it comes on the classes, I get 3 accommodations: extra time on exams, and allowed to use notes on my exams based on as long as they're approved by the professor. I use my laptop when there's a written exam, and I use a special recording pen and notebooks for lectures, which I really like. I don't really like talking about them too much because then people would think it's like some sort of unfair advantage that I get these things and they don't. But I'll just really come to accept. Think I need to really accept that these accommodations are to help benefit me. It's what I need. If I had the same thing as everyone else,